with this. First stop. All right, so what we're talking about right now is we're going to be talking about compound interest charts, okay? There are two charts. There's one for HFX, and then there's a chart for Forex, all right? They're different because HFX is percentage-based, and FRX, of course, is PIP-based. So I'm kind of doing these a little backwards, but you'll be okay. So let's talk HFX first, all right? So let's talk HFX. Right? So with HFX, you would place, I don't know why this is different. Hopefully y'all can see this. You would place your starting balance here. So let's just say for this example, our starting balance is $500. So let me clarify a couple of things for everybody to know. With HFX, right? You don't necessarily have to, if you have 500 in the account, you could technically put 500 on the chart, right? That's your choice to make. I personally don't put the full amount because I still want some gravy, but you really don't have to, okay? Now, you risk only 1 to 3% per trade. So if you're growing your account, let's say at 5% that this thing is showing us we're growing it, what you can do is you can take 2 trades, right? All you're going to do is split the cost down, split the risk down. So see right here, let me change this as white. Let me change the white so y'all can see. Come on. Boom. All right. So your risk is $25. That's what you would put, of course, on the risk line of the in the broker, right? And then it'll say percentage profit. So I would tell you not to change this. This is your baseline, right? You don't want to take any trades less than 70%. Do some educators do that? Absolutely. And that's okay. Just know you're not going to make all your money, but you may, make enough to where you come as close to it as possible. That's the goal. The goal is not to keep going till I get to my goal. The goal is to say, I'm gonna get as close as possible and I'll live to trade another day. So what you're gonna do is you can split this in half and do 1250, right? And do 2 trades at 5% because now that's a 2.5% risk trade. This is a little nugget. I would rather, okay, and I grow my account a little different as far as percentages. I would rather, if I'm growing my account at, let's just say for this question, 6%, I would rather take 2 trades at 3% than 1 trade at 6%. Because now what will happen is if I take 1 trade and then I get a better position on a put, because that's where I will go up, then if I lose this one, I still win the other one. So when you're doing these risk percentages, it's not about clearing the line and saying, well, I did 10%, I got a 12% increase on 1 trade, because it could possibly not go your way. The goal is to say, okay, if I'm growing at 12%, I can break that down to 4 trades of 3%. I can break that down to 2 trades of 6%. I want to do that. I could break that down to 3 trades of 4%. Like, you want to break your trades down so that, again, if you took 3 positions or 4 positions at a 2% trade and you lost 1, you still won in 3 and 1. So that's just how I trade, because this one account I have is being grown at 12%, but I don't take 12% trades. I actually only take 2% trades, period. I don't ever change that unless the educators say take less risk, and then I take 1% trades. All of my trades are always 2%. I never change that on my chart. As a matter of fact, I don't even change the number when I am like, say I win a trade and I don't do nothing. I keep the same lot size, the same risk the whole time I'm trading during that session. I don't even change it. That's just something I do for myself. But, I'm just giving y'all tips and things that I make this a whole lot easier for me. Even if I win more. So like say Euro JPY, just Rhonda was talking to me about it. She was like, you just trade the same pair. I was like, it's just, I don't know, I get used to it. If they're paying out 80%, but my base is 70, that's okay. I mean, you're not going to win all the trades anyway. So if I won that one, I made a little bit over, but I still have to stick to my trading plan of how many lines I'm going to clear a day. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this. So you put your risk in there. You can play around with this as much as you like to kind of see what that looks like. This is my profit. Remember, they take their money off the top. So they take the $25, and then when I win, they give my $25 plus 17 additional dollars. And so I just go through this. That's all you have to do. Enter the amount you have, how much your percentage of risk, let's just say we're going to, oh, let's just say we're going to grow this account at 6%. I'm just going to say for this example, oh, not 600%. Must be at the delay on my computer. 6%. Let's say 90 trades, right? Trade a day, you would be at right here, which is $19,000. Well, 20,000 actually. Of growing this account at 6%. So you probably taking two positions because the max is 3% per trade, or you could be taking 3 positions at 2% each. It just depends on you, but you're going to beat 19,000 at the end of 90 days of trading, or 90 trades, however you're going to trade it. All right. Everybody good with that? The only other thing I want to tell you about the HFX chart is one thing I do is I create the beauty of it being an Excel document is that I create each one is different. So for every HFX account that I have access to, right, I have a separate sheet, create a copy for that one. All right. So at the bottom, I may write, rename this. Let's say mortgage. Okay. So I know my goal on this chart is to clear the mortgage. Now, I'm a paper girl, so I have mine printed. I was looking for my folder. Oh, right here. I have mine printed out because I want to see myself check them off and mark them off. So I have that printed out for myself, every account that I have that I'm working on. And so I would encourage you, if you want to print them out, fine. If you want to put them on a Google Drive so you can have them wherever you're going, fine. Just so you'll know where you are. I will look at it every day that you are trading before you actually get into a trade. Okay. You want to look at it every day before you get into a trade. All right. So I do see a hand raised. I'm going to answer it when I'm finished. Give me 1 second. All right. So let's stop this one. I'm going to go over the other one, and then we're going to answer questions about this section, okay? So the other compound interest chart I want to show y'all is the one on this one. Share. Okay, is the Forex compound chart. So now understand this chart is different because it is pip based, right? It's not percentage based, okay? So a couple of things, of course, y'all know with the challenge that's happening right now, you're gonna put your balance to be 150, right? And then of course you're growing it at 4%, just that simple, okay? So what you would do here is per trade profit, it'll tell you, again, remember the broker has to get paid, the spreads and all that stuff have to come out. So it may be a little off, it just depends. So with this, right, I want to tell you that you want your account now in a normal aspect, right? You want your account, if your account is $200, you want to put $100 on this. If your account is $500, you want to put $250 on here, or even $200, because you don't want to over leverage this account. This account works a little different. So, HFX, it's just a different way of trading it. But what you want to do is be in a position where if the trade goes the wrong way, you're already in position where you didn't blow an account. All right. So you'll use this as that way. And so you'll see here, and we'll go over how this looks, but you're only getting 10 pips, right? So 10 pips at a 0.06 lot size. This is what your lot size will be. The lot size is how big you want to go. Remember, penny lots are 10-cent lots. So this actually is 60 cents right here, technically, with Hugo's way. It's 60 cents. If it was 0.60, that's $6. Yeah. And then if it's one whole lot size, that's $10 lot. So that's $60 per every move in the market. So for every pip I clear, that's $60, $60, $60. That's how it's calculated. And I'll show you how to calculate them. But that's how that works. Okay. So this is what you would enter into MetaTrader 4. Now, also know it has a 15 to 20 pip stop loss. Personally, I'm not telling nobody to do this. Personally, I don't enter the stop loss. I actually have an app that a lot of people use, where you kind of know when price gets there, so you'll know when to move. But for all of you who are just starting, we've been in a while, use your lot size. That's perfectly fine. Was this saying this is a 1 to 2 risk, which means that for me to gain 10 pips, I'm willing to risk 20, right? And so you can calculate what that looks like mathematically in dollar amounts. Okay, and so I'm gonna show you how to do that. I didn't add it to this, but I'll put that in there for you. And so that's all you do with this chart. Like literally, you put your amount in here. It tells you the 4% growth and how much that is per trade profit you receive. And this is how big the lot size needs to be for that line. Now, if you are trading indices, if you are trading crypto, you need to be at a 0.01 lot size till you get to $1,000. And the beauty of that is, and you may say, well, that's just 10-cent lots and it's not big at all. But here's the upside about crypto and indices like SPX, US 30 and NAS or German 30 or whatever, is that they move quicker. So I could literally clear 5 lines just taking one Bitcoin trade or one Ethereum trade. Now they can work all in your favor, they can work all against you. But even with those trades, you clear more lines. So you don't need a big lot size. You can literally do a 0.01 lot size and literally be 5 lines on this whole chart cleared. So with those, you have to have, with SPX, you gotta have $100 to $200 in there. But with US 30, you wanna have at least $500. Crypto, I mean, you can start it with 200, but you wanna have at least $500 to $1,000 in there. Again, those 0.01 lot sizes, of course, can grow that account quicker. So you don't have to necessarily use this, which I wouldn't anyway, but you can use this to look at your growth. Because if I grew my account 5 lines, okay, cool, now I'm here. I know where I am in this particular account. And the same way, I should show you how mine is, but the same way I use this, right? I don't necessarily look at all this over here. Let me tell you what I do though. I put in here where it says personal goals. I always put my total for that account in there. So if I want, okay. I make sure I can see it. Like I know I want to be 100,000 in this account, right? So I know that. I even put comments sometimes in here. Like I'll put comments like that broken down, what that looks like. Like I'll put a comment in there and say 10,000 of that is credit card, right? So I break down every dollar, exactly what it's supposed to go to. And that's something I added in here so I can see it whenever I'm, looking at this particular chart. I don't know, am I coming away? But that's how I do that. This is an added note for me, but I don't look at all the other stuff on there. I just use it for this part right here. Even when I print it, this is all I print out. And then also the same way I showed you on the other one, where you can add, move a copy to the end. Definitely, I encourage you, if you have more than one account, to make sure you add those in there and just rename them, like whatever that is. It could be, let me see, payroll, right? So once I know that's what this account is, I put over here what that looks like. And then that's how I'm able to keep up with which account goes to what and how that actually looks. All right, so that was compound interest charts. Let me answer questions. So we go ahead, unmute and ask your question.